Hello friends, today I take up a new series and that is called Battle Series of Indian Histories. And I am starting the battle between Indo-Aryans and Harappans. And I will continue till 1999 Kargil war between India and Pakistan. So in between, so many battles were fought in India, and how these battles change the course of history, that we will analyze in each and every battle. So friends, this will be, I hope, very much interesting series. I hope you will enjoy this series of battle in Indian history. So now my lesson plan includes who were Harappans, who were Aryans, other causes for the decline of Harappan civilization, battle of 10 kings and conclusion. So friends, now the name of the topic is battle between Indo-Aryans and Harappans. So friends, if you like my channel, please share and subscribe AJIS Academy Indore on YouTube. You will find numerous videos relating to different competitive examinations and my videos relating to Indian history, Indian constitution, Indian economy, Indian geography, general mathematics and reasoning, and also general science. So you will find more than 700 videos. Just type AJIS Academy YouTube on YouTube. This is free channel. So I hope that you will subscribe and share with your friends, and hope that it will very much benefit you. So now let us start the proceedings. Friends, who were the Harappans? As you know that before 1921, it was presumed that the Indian civilization started from the arrival of Aryans in India around 1500 BC. Now with the excavation at Harappa and Mohenjo-daro, now it is situated in Pakistan, our written history went back to 5000 years. Although we could not decipher the Harappan scripts, our entire source materials are based upon archaeology. So, who were Harappans? Friends, as you know that there is a controversy on this point. Some historians call Harappans as indigenous people, I mean Dravidians. Some others link Harappans with Central Asia or Babylonia, the present day Iraq, because we know that how much trade relations has been established between Babylonian civilization, or you can say Mesopotamian civilization, and Indus people or Harappan people. So the mature phase of Harappan culture is, friends, as you know that Indus Valley civilization is also called Harappan culture. So we use Harappan culture in that sense. Now the mature phase between 2600 BC to 1900 BC, and this period has been found out on the basis of carbon-14 dating. So there are three phases of Indus Valley civilization. Earlier it is a pre-phase, and it continues from 3300 BC to 2600 BC. Now the mature phase is between 2600 BC to 1900 BC, and then the third phase is from 1900 BC to 1300 BC. This is called post-Harappan phase. So, what you see that by 1750 BC, Harappan culture declined and the towns of Harappa, Mohenjo-daro, the two important centers of Indus Valley civilization, completely declined. So, you see that there are three phases of Harappan culture. Some historians call it and name it three types of categorization. Number one, regionalization. Number two, urbanization. And number three, or urbanization or integration. Or number three, localization. So there are different type of categorization for Harappan culture. So friends, what you see that the Harappan culture was or civilization was an urban civilization, and here you know that how town planning and the drainage system were found in these towns are marvelous, and you cannot find such excellent drainage system in other contemporary civilizations of the world like Mesopotamia or Egyptian or Chinese civilization. So it was urban civilization. Friends, as you know that there are 6 important centers of Indus Valley civilization, and these were Harappa, Mohenjo-daro, Chanhu-daro. These 3 important centers are now located in Pakistan, and Lothal is now, it was a port city and now situated in Gujarat. Dholavira, it is also situated Gujarat and is famous for irrigation works done by Harappan people. And Kalibanga, situated in Rajasthan, and Banwali in Haryana. So there are certain important sites of Indus Valley civilization, and by 1750 BC this civilization declined. Friends, this civilization was urban civilization because Indus people established towns in Harappa, Mohenjo-daro, Kalibanga, Lothal, and other important city sites, and they also constructed an excellent drainage system. So this was the urban civilization. But friends, why this civilization declined? There are different theories for its decline and downfall. Now we see that the evidence of cemetery H of alien people at Harappa. Similarly, human skeletons showing invasions or fractured human skeletons having fractures shows that there might have been huge massacres at Mohenjo-daro by some other people, some invaders. So the historians Gordon Child and Piggott, they are of the view that the Harappan civilization or the Indus Valley civilization declined because of the external aggression. And Mortimer Wheeler, who was the chief of the archaeology department in undivided India. Now, according to him, the decline and downfall of Indus Valley civilization was on account of Aryan invasion. So, a new theory was propounded by Mortimer Wheeler. Now, you see this. This is the map of the Harappan civilization or Indus Valley civilization, and by this map I will show you where this civilization was located. Friends, you see this is the Indus River. Now it is located in Pakistan and it goes through Sindh area. Now Indus River has other tributaries also, and they are called Jhelum, then Chenab, then Ravi, then Byas, then Satluj. And again another river is called Ghaggar, Hakra. This is called this one, Ghaggar and Hakra. Now it is not to be found here, the river. So this is also called the river Saraswati, Ghaggar Hakra river. So you see that these are the tributaries. Except Ghaggar Hakra, other rivers are the tributaries of Indus Valley civilization, and during these areas are the main centers of Indus Valley civilization, where we find that you see this is the Ravi river, and on the right side of the river this is the Harappan civilization. And then similarly we see the Depalpur in Gujarat, and Dholavira, this is also in Gujarat. Kot Diji, this is on the right side of the Indus, and this is the Mohenjo-daro. Mohenjo-daro is on the right side of the Indus River, and Harappa is on the left side of the Ravi river. Mehergarh, this is the important Neolithic site and is now situated in Balochistan. This is the important Neolithic site from which this Indus Valley civilization developed or evolved. Now, friends, who were Aryans? Different theories. These were theories like Max Muller, a German scholar, Indologist, and according to him, Aryans came from Central Asia, upland of Caspian Sea, or from the Asia Minor, or the southern steppes of Russia. According to Dayanand Saraswati, Aryans came from Tibet. According to Brandstein, Russian southern steppes were the homeland of Aryans, and from there they advanced eastward, and one branch went to Iran and another branch came to sub-Sindhu area of India, undivided India. According to Bal Gangadhar Tilak, Aryans came from Arctic region. According to A.C. Das and Dr. Sampurnanand, Aryans were the inhabitants of sub-Sindhu. So both of them completely denied the migration theory of Aryans. According to them, Aryans were indigenous people and their original homeland was at sub-Sindhu area. Now, why and how Aryans defeated Harappan people? According to Gordon Child or Piggott, the Aryans came from outside from Central Asia, and then they defeated Harappans because they were peace-loving people, and because Aryans used horses and chariots, and the use of horses and chariots gave them higher mobility than Harappans. In the later phase of Harappan civilization at Sukta Jandor, at the mouth of Arabian Sea in Baluchistan, we find the traces of horses. But during the mature phase of Harappan civilization, we do not find the use of horses. So, Harappans were using bronze, metal, a alloy of tin and copper. So friends, because of the use of chariots and horses, Harappans were defeated by Aryans. Harappans had better arms. It is also said that since Harappans were very much peace-loving people, they could not sustain the attack from Aryans. And because of this, Aryans replaced Harappan people, and Harappans were killed in large numbers, or those who survived, they fled towards westward or eastward. So this is the theory of the Aryan invasion on Harappan people or Indus Valley people. Now this is the map, and this map shows that how Aryans migrated in search of pasture land because of the increasing population and in search of pasture land. And you see, this is the area on the upper reaches of Black Sea, and this is also called the southern steppes of Russia or Ukraine, you may say. Now this is the area from which Aryans migrated this way, and migration took place in different series. So you see that this is through this area they came to one branch, also came to this one, Iran, and another branch went to Indus Valley areas. This is the area of Aryans also. This is also the area which is called Sub-Sindhu, the area of the Indus River and its tributaries. So, and another branch went to the west, to Germany and other European countries. So this is the theory, and according to this theory, Aryans were separate ethno-linguistic group, and they migrated to India and Iran. And friends, as you know that the old book of Avesta and the Rig Veda both have some similar words. So on the basis of the analysis of comparative language, scholars have come to the conclusion that Aryans migrated from this Asia Minor or southern steppes of Russia on the upper reaches of Black Sea, and then through on the banks of Caspian Sea or Central Asia, they came to India, and another branch came to Iran, and another branch moved westward and went to Europe up to Germany. So this is the plausible theory advanced by different historians, linguists. Now, nowadays most of the historians do not borrow the Aryan invasion on Harappan people. Instead, they assign different kinds of factors that led to the decline and fall of Harappan culture. One plausible cause is unstable river system, constant flooding, and on account of constant denudation or flooding that change the course of river, like Kosi river nowadays. Earlier before the construction of eastern and western embankment. So you see that because of the change of the course of the rivers, that led to the decline of Harappan culture. Then there was another cause is natural calamities, another cause is climate change, earthquake, ecological imbalance. These other factors were assigned for the decline and downfall of Harappan culture. So friends, as you know that nowadays the Sindh or the Thar area is totally a barren area. You see, these areas are desert area. But according to historians, around 5,000 years back, these areas had quite excellent vegetation, and the monsoon also was frequent in those areas. Now, during these years, the monsoon now changed the course, and now the Sindh area came under penumbra. Now monsoon crosses from Kerala or from Mumbai or from Kathiawar area. There are three strains of monsoon which start from 1st June from the Arabian Sea. In earlier period, one strain of monsoon also went through Sindh areas. So this caused adequate precipitation or rainfall, and that led to the adequate vegetation. But with the passage of time and on account of climatic change, all these areas of Harappa and Mohenjo-daro became barren, sandy, without any vegetation, and this led to the decline of Harappan civilization. Now I switch over to another point, Battle of 10 Kings. Friends, as you know that Indo-Aryans engaged in two types of battles. One type of battle was fought with non-Aryans, and I have already told you how Indo-Aryans fought against Harappans or Indus Valley people and how they decimated in battles. Now another type of battle was intra-tribe battles. That is, they fought among themselves. And one of the important battles fought by Indo-Aryans was Battle of 10 Kings. So you find that the Aryans were divided into 5 tribes, and the Bharatas and Tristus were supported by the priest Vasishtha, and other 10 tribes were supported by priest Vishwamitra. So the Bharat ruling clan fought a host of 10 kings, 10 tribal kings, in which there were 5 Aryans and 5 non-Aryans tribal chiefs, and they were like Alina, Anu, Bhrigu, Bhalnaz, Dasa, Druhyas, Matsya, Purus, Panis, and ultimately the Bharat clan, with the support of Tristu, came out victorious. So we see this battle was fought on the river of Parusni, or now it is called Ravi river. Earlier it was called Parusni river. And so victory of the chief of Bharat clan named Sudas, and supremacy of Bharat was established. Bharat clan was established in the Sub-Sindhu area, and the defeated Puru tribe made alliance with Bharat clan, and they formed a new ruling tribe that was called Kuru. The Kuru tribe. And then Kuru and the Panchal were the inhabitants of modern day Rohilkhand, Bareilly area, and so the Kuru and the Panchal joined together and in the later Vedic period, and they played an important role in Mahabharat war. So friends, as you know that Draupadi was from Panchal and she was also called Panchali. Kuru, the war of Mahabharata was between Kuru, and the descendant of Kuru means Kaurav, and Pandu. One branch of Kuru was Pandav, the sons of Pandu. So you see, in later Vedic period, great Mahabharat war was also fought in 950 BC, and I will discuss it tomorrow. So this is the map of the later Vedic period and the place of battle of 10 kings, and you friends, you see this is a Parusni river. This is a Parusni river, this one, and it is tributary of Indus river. Askini, Vitasta, they are all old names of Chenab, Jhelum, Ravi, Satudri, means Satlaj. So this was the area. This was the area of Sub-Sindhu, where Aryans established themselves in Rigvedic and later Vedic period. Now, conclusion. Friends, as you see that the name of our country, Bharat, derived from the Bharat clan because of the predominance of Bharat clan, and its chief Sudas defeated a confederation of 10 kings, in which 5 were Aryan chiefs and 5 were non-Aryan chiefs. And I have already told you how the defeated tribe Puru joined with Bharat clan and formed a new tribe, and that is called Kuru. So during the later Vedic period, Arjans spread towards eastward, like the modern day western UP, and Mahabharata war was fought in the later Vedic period around 950 BC. Important kingdoms like Videha, Kausal, Kasi, Magad, Ang were formed. Establishment of Janpad, because agriculture were now practiced. People started to lead a sedentary life. Use of painted grey wire became very much frequent, and agriculture and various crafts enabled people to lead a settled life. Society became differentiated. And friends, as you know that during later Vedic period, what you find? That society now became hierarchical. Brahmins at the top, then Rajnay or Kshatriya, third Vaishya, and finally Sudras. So these four varnas crystallized during the period of later Vedic period. So we see how the war led by Arjans, who fought against non-Arjans like Harappans, or who fought against other tribes, other Aryan tribes, so that they could establish their hegemony or predominance over sub-Sindhu areas. Later on, they spread to eastward, and we find that during later Vedic period, Videha, now it is called, its capital was Janakpur. Now it is located on the border of Bihar Nepal border. Janakpur, the place of birthplace of Sita. So Videha kingdom, Panchal, Kuru kingdom like Hastinapur or Indraprasth, Kasi, Magad, all these kingdoms were formed in later Vedic period. So friends, now I conclude my lecture. If you like my videos or lecture, please share and subscribe. Please write your comment on comment box. I will very much appreciate. Thank you very much.